Well, good evening once again. Day 160 of the Biden administration, and the former president may be on the verge of seeing his company and its top executives facing criminal charges. The Wall Street Journal reporting that lawyers for the Trump Organization made a last-ditch attempt today to convince New York prosecutors not to file tax-related charges, which could now come as soon as this week. The Manhattan DA, Cyrus Vance, has been conducting, as you know, an investigation into the Trump Organization's finances. The investigation includes whether longtime CFO Alan Weisselberg received perks like cars and an apartment and illegally avoided paying taxes on them. The Journal reports it this way: Weisselberg is expected to be charged this week, putting additional pressure on him to cooperate against his boss, former President Donald Trump. Mr. Trump isn't expected to be charged at this time, said his lawyer, Ronald Fischetti. Ellen Weisselberg's former daughter-in-law, who's been cooperating herself with prosecutors, says it may take more than just being charged to get him to flip.
I think he'll hold out until the very, very last minute, until he is either shocked by something that they bring to the table and he's got no choice. But I think that Donald is probably promising him that he'll be saved. I think that that is something that he is loyally, blindly loyal to.
Today, the former president again insisted the investigation was a partisan witch hunt, so his messaging remains the same. Lawyers for his company deny any wrongdoing. Ashley Parker, you get the last word. Is there any way to measure the level of concern in Trump world that a world of hurt is about to come down on them from the Manhattan DA?
Well, the way you measure now that his Twitter account has been taken away are his public statements he puts out through his PAC on email, and he weighed in a statement that was very clearly written by himself. That's sort of the best indicator. You know, there's also what people in his world are saying, but I think the real effect of this, depending on what happens, and this is what we saw during his presidency too, is even an agitation like this, something that starts maybe not with the Trump Organization at large, but with his CFO. It's like a little pebble in his shoe that irritates him and makes him behave in increasingly erratic ways. Now, again, the stakes are lower because he's not president, but he is getting out there. He's starting to do rallies again. He's starting to do more media again. And this is the sort of thing that will lodge in him and affect the statements he puts out, the ways in which he rallies his base, and the sort of claims he makes. And as we know, he is someone who has made a number of not just false and baseless, but a number of dangerous claims.